What's up, guys? It's me, Wavemaster24 here, and today I was gonna make a Duel video, but I'm not because I ran into an issue while trying to make the Duel videos for you guys this week. And that's what the title of this video is for. This video is gonna be about the Yu-Gi-Oh culture, which I will talk. I'll probably make this a somewhat maybe once a month series or something like that, where once each month I'll tackle something going on in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. So this episode, in this video, I'm going to talk about quitting as a part of Yu-Gi-Oh culture. Quitting, scooping, forfeiting, surrendering, all of that type of stuff I'll be talking about in this video. If you're excited to see that, click that like button right now. Don't forget to comment down any suggestions that you have about the Yu-Gi-Oh culture, things that you notice going around at your locals or in tournaments and regionals and worlds and stuff like that, or just even online when you're doing somebody. Any type of Yu-Gi-Oh culture that you always seem to run into and you've noticed, comment it down below. Let me know. If anything, we'll probably make a channel for it in the Discord server. So make sure you go to our Discord. The link to our Discord is in the description too. So make sure you go to that. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Click that bell if you're old, so that way you're always updated once we upload videos to this channel. Now, I don't have a script going into this video, but I want to talk about quitting. Last week, I announced that I was going to try out a new deck. I asked you guys to give me suggestions, decks for me. And one of the decks that I was going to pick was Salamangreat, because I suggested it, a lot of you guys recommended it to me, and it was a fairly new deck, so, I didn't want to, jump on the bandwagon with it. Let me learn it. I hear a lot about it. It's going to be a relevant thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! So even if I don't want to play it, even if I don't end up liking the deck, I'm still going to play it because I want to be familiar with it. So I pick up the deck, and I'm just reading through it, go through the main starter deck. I'm looking up little tips and tricks, text that you want to throw in there. I'm reading all the effects, and I was fairly confused because it's for those of you who do not know, Salamangreat is a very combo-heavy deck. There's a lot of cards, got to bounce off one card to do this card. You can do a lot of things with just two cards alone because the way that they move around the field and they involve the extra deck and graveyard and hand. Everything is moving at one time, which is so, for a lot of players, that can be very confusing, like me. At first, picking up that deck, I was not expecting that much movement going on. I wasn't expecting I gotta summon this, I gotta pop that to the graveyard, and move him from the graveyard to special summon. Now that that's on the field and he went to the graveyard, I can special summon another one. Now they take that to make a link monster, use a link monster to grab the other card that he searches out a card from the deck to the graveyard. Now that card goes from the graveyard back to the field. This one comes back from the graveyard to the field. Now I have to link again into another monster. Now that's moved, and I get to do something else. It's a lot of movement in that deck. So my thing was, the deck is confusing to me at first. It can be confusing to anybody at first. So I don't expect anybody to just pick up a deck and just know how to run it instantly. So obviously, I need to test play this deck a lot. I need to look up other tutorials and things like that. I need more information. I need a lot of time with this deck. So granted, I had a lot of time off, so I'm trying my best to make time to practice with Salamangreats. And as I'm going online, anytime I duel somebody online, anytime I go first and I try to set up my move, soon as they see that, the quick play spell card that searches out Salamangreat, soon as they see Foxy, soon as they see Valiant, soon as they see any Salamangreat card, it's what? Oh no, I'm out, I'm not. And I just be stuck, just like, listen man, I don't even know what I'm doing yet. It's like, Jesus Christ, I get it. And that's the thing. At first, it was a little bit frustrating because no matter how, I don't even have replays to show you guys because I probably don't even have 3 good duels of me dueling people, because a lot of it was me fucking up and learning, and then that was if I got to duel somebody who wasn't even that good. I had to do a bunch of other beginning people just to understand, so that way they're learning their deck, I'm learning my deck, or it's probably their first time in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or their first time learning a new deck, and it's my first time really learning Salamangreats. And there was a lot of learning process, and those are the duels that I got, because most of the time I would duel somebody else, if they weren't top tier shit, and just somewhat casual players, they didn't want to see none of that Salamangreat shit. I didn't know Salamangreat is a hated deck amongst the Yu-Gi-Oh community, which I don't think it really is, from the amount of people who told me to play it and the amount of how relevant it is in Yu-Gi-Oh. I believe it topped a lot in YCS Las Vegas. I believe that this deck is somewhat relevant and popular in Yu-Gi-Oh! So I was just kind of taken aback by the amount of hate for it, in a sense. I was like, well, this deck doesn't have, like... And at first I was going to say, like, as I was playing, I'm like, this deck don't really got nothing crazy. It ain't no big-ass boss monster. It's just jumping on the field, killing shit. They don't got no super-duper OTK playstyle. They don't really got... And then as I started, like, really playing with the deck and learning it more... Like, I did realize, I was like, oh shit, no, they have all of that. Like, no, they got all of that. They got OTK capability, they got super recycle, they got super consistency. They have so much in that fucking Salaman Great Archetype. Like, and then there's more support coming out. Oh man, this deck is gonna be crazy later on. But as I learned that, I started to understand why people were quitting whenever I started to play the deck. Or as soon as I started getting into the shit, they say, oh, nope, surrender, I'm out, scoop, I'm done, I'm not playing with you, I'm done, I'm not in this game no more. I noticed that, and then I started to be like, at first I was like, why? Like, what's going on? And then I started to really understand. I'm like, no. I think quitting is just a part of Yu-Gi-Oh! Culture because everybody has at least 2 to 3 decks that, like, as soon as they see it on the other side, that they hate facing. So everybody's entitled to have a deck that they hate facing. I know for me, if I fucking see Guard Dragons right now, I'm leaving. I don't want to know. Like, the first 10 times I ran into it, I was like, oh, I want to see what it's about. I want to, like, ooh, let me see what's going on. And then as I kept seeing them do all the... No, I'm not... I don't want to see fucking Guard Dragons. I don't want to see Trick Stars. I don't want to see side frames. You guys hear me talk about a lot of the decks that I don't like in Yu-Gi-Oh! I just filmed videos over the weekend, well, with Kisame, about decks that I don't like that you guys will see probably fucking 2 months from now. That's not important. My thing is that everybody has decks that they hate facing, that when they see it, they're automatically out. It's just a part of Yu-Gi-Oh! We're all entitled to not like a deck. The same way we all have our decks that we like, we're always going to have decks that we don't like. I just didn't know it was a popular thing to hate Salaman Great, but I understand now that I'm, like, a lot better with it. So right now I'm, like, mediocre with the deck, and I understand why people hate the fucking deck. I'm just like, oh, even in mirror matches, I'd be like, I get why people quit. Even when I thought I had a bad hand, I was like, I was able to, like, pop shit off and just continue to play, because the combo extenders are so long. I was just like, yeah, this deck is a problem. You could do a lot with just, like, 2 cards if you just put the right shit in the right spot, and if you don't get and even if you interrupt them, the fact that they move, excuse me, if you interrupt them, they move from the graveyard. It's insane. It's really insane. But I feel like I've rambled on long enough and I'm repeating points. Ultimately, quitting, surrendering, scooping is a part of Yu-Gi-Oh! Culture. It may not be a favorite part. We all have decks we hate. This can be somewhat of a negative Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. My decks that I don't like to face are, like I said, Side Frames, Trick Stars, Guard Dragons, Danger, the Lair of Darkness Diablos deck. Like, those are 5 decks right there I don't want to see. If I see it, I'm most likely quitting. I don't want to even go. I don't even want to waste my time going against it. Not that I'm going to lose against it. I just hate those cards. I hate the way that they play. I don't want to see that shit. So I understand how that could feel from the other side going up against a Salaman Great deck. I don't feel that way about Salaman Great, but I understand the way that they play can be taken that way. So that being said, I would love to know what your guys' decks are and what your thoughts are on quitting in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. Do you guys think it's a good thing? Do you think it's understandable? Do you think it's normal? Do you think only bitch-ass people do that? Like, I really want to know what you guys think about that, because I really want to, like, dig into some, like, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Culture and things that happen in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Culture, whether or not be hygiene and all that other type of shit. So really, I want you guys to comment down below to, like, all the different type of stuff that you've noticed in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. This is just what I want to talk about. I would love to hear the decks that you guys hate facing. Comment those down below. Any deck that you see automatically off rip makes you want to quit. Just out of here. Because I know even like Exodia players, burn players. Kisame had a burn deck that he showed me, and I was just like, why play? Who wants to duel you? Like, get this. I would probably, if he did that in real life, I would probably, fuck is your but yeah, yeah, comment down below all that stuff, like the video, and Then I will continue playing Salaman Greats, and hopefully I'll have something for you guys next week with it for replay value. But right now I don't have anything, and maybe next week I'll be a lot better with the deck. So until then, all the links to the stuff in the description down below. Check out my podcast. I just uploaded the video to our most recent episode on my personal channel, and the SoundCloud link and all that other stuff. All of that's in the description, guys. And I will see you guys next Tuesday, because I'm the day late and I didn't address that until just now. See ya.